Welcome to Film Love. Today I'm going to be doing 5 fun facts about the movie The Ruins. Released in 2008, The Ruins was an adaptation of Scott Smith's brilliant novel from 2 years prior to that point. It was his second and still most recent book, with the first being A Simple Plan, which was adapted to much greater effect than The Ruins by Sam Raimi back in '98. The Ruins as a movie is really one of those generic aughts horrors with more blood than storytelling guts. It ends up basically being a poor man's The Descent. That's not to say it's an outright unwatchable adaptation. After all, Smith himself wrote the script, adapting his own book, but it's safe to say there were some concessions made here in the narrative department to pacify the studio system beast. So let's go through the 5 fun facts about this body horror midnight movie, starting with the ruins themselves. In the book, there are no ruins. There are no Mayan ruins like there are here. Basically, the characters are just up on a tall hill covered in vines. That said, the main thing that was retained here was the deep mining or excavation shaft dug into it. And like in the book, a character falls while descending into it, though it's a different character in the book than from the movie, one who was given quite a bit more to do in the source material. And one of those serendipity type things, the director, Carter Smith, had just bought a copy of Smith's novel and had begun reading it when he got the call offering him the gig helming the adaptation. The novel's filming rights were purchased when Smith was only two-thirds of the way through writing it. And who bought the rights? None other than Ben Stiller and his production company, Red Hour Films. Before Sam Raimi had come on board to direct A Simple Plan, Stiller was set to be behind the camera. He even had worked with Smith for 9 months developing and rewriting the script. So when Smith started working on a new book over a decade later, Stiller was eager to collaborate once more, and they are friends to this day. In fact, Smith has credited Stiller with teaching him how to write a script. Smith also wrote the 2018 film Siberia and later The Burnt Orange Heresy.
Aren't you glad you came?
No, it's it.
The film's second scene, coming after a little jump scare scene, uh, which has the characters talking by a swimming pool before their vacation goes straight to hell, was the first scene to be shot. Interesting because films are typically not shot in chronological order, but here it makes sense. After all, just about every other scene that was shot is an entirely separate locale.
War.
War? We're not playing war. War's not even a game.
We are too playing
It's
war.
total
Come
chance,
on.
Stace.
Winner picks the game, Jeff. That's your rules.
Speaking of the actual process of shooting the movie, it was shot in the winter in Australia. Yet the characters needed to look sweaty under a sun beating down on them the whole time. To accomplish this, water and olive oil were sprayed on them. All right, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching Film Love, and if you haven't seen The Ruins, it's worth checking out. But please, like, share, subscribe, all that, and I will see you next time.